Hey guys, welcome back to the Tool Bench today. Today we're talking about what you see in front of you. Snippers. Why are we talking about these? Well, there are things you should know. See you guys inside. Hey guys, welcome to today's video. As I said, there are things you should need to know about snippers. Now, snippers are used for a lot of things. I use them in 3D printing. I use them in model building. They're important to cut the pieces away from the sprues. I use them to remove supports off the model, off the prints, resin and filament. I use them to do a lot of things. And honestly, a lot of snips come with a lot of printers. You know, it seems like every time I get a new printer, I get a new pair of snips. Now, Mike, snips are snips, tools are tools. Everything works well. Well, I tend to disagree, and there are a lot of snips on the market, and today I'm going to talk about the ones I like to use. Now you guys can see there's a pile of them in front of you because, you know, I work with a lot of different things, and I listen to people and I talk to people, and, well, I try new tools all the time, and it's important to try new things and to also kind of be open-minded when it comes to using new tools because, you know, not all tools are the same. And one of these tools I'm going to point out here towards the end of the video has newly become my favorite in this environment that I work with. So let's just kind of get into the meat and potatoes here. Snips are not all created equal. These are a pair of just normal cutters. You don't want to use these, especially if you're using sprues. This is a set of Milwaukee's. This is not the tool you want to use, okay? They're not flush. They will create pinches on both sides and honestly not give you the cut you want, mess up your model, and just make your life a bad day. Now, if you're just removing a thick section of supports, this guy will do the job for you. But you're getting right up along that model, want clean, precise cuts, not what you want. You don't want a pair of those. You don't want a pair of side cutters. So, again, I showed these simple, cheap pairs. These three all came with my 3D printers. Mostly with my filament printers. I don't know if a set came with my resin printers. I don't think so. But you guys can see, relatively simple, relatively cheap. This poor guy has not had a good life. He is, honestly, needs to go to the trash can. You can see that it's no longer smooth. There are holes there. There are barbs. We don't want that in the snip. But you can also see how that side's smooth. These are cheap, like $7, $8. Come in really handy. I know these came with the Gaahleri printers. You guys can see I've used these simple, clean, spring-loaded, bounce back. Will give you a good cut. Will do what you need to do. These are also spring-loaded. Same thing, clean cut, smooth. Will do what you want to do. But those are great for 3D printing. But in all honesty, when it comes to model building, well, actually I'm going to talk about one more before we hop to model building. These are the MS-108s. I've done videos with these, or MC-180s, sorry. I've done videos with these all the time. You guys will see me using these to remove supports everywhere and anywhere, especially on filament printers. And again, links to all these tools will be down in the descriptions. So we'll cover that more towards the end. But these, especially when I'm doing a filament support, these have been my go-to for, I've been using this one pair for 4 or 5 years, and it still gives me a clean, good, steady cut, large handles. I can get a grip on it, and I can do what I need to do. Spring-loaded, always great. But these guys, these have yet to let me down. But when it comes to resin, not a good tool to use. Not a little too big for the job, especially if you're doing model kits and trying to cut little pieces away from sprues. Those aren't what you want. But when I'm doing bulk filament, these guys do my work. So those are the guys that I use a lot in 3D printing and all of that world. But when it comes to building models and cutting off sprues, and guys, feel free to disagree with me and leave it down in the comments. There's good ones and there's bad ones. And I've run into a lot of bad ones. And I've run into some really good ones that I really, really enjoy. There's a lot of brands out there, some guys, and I agree with some of you guys, sometimes cheap does a good job. And, you know, there's nothing wrong with a good job. You know, we've got other tools like molder line removers and X-Acto tools to clean that stuff up. But honestly, I have run into some just terrible snippers that just, oh, I wish I could return them sometimes. But there's a lot of good brands out there, and I want to talk about some of them. So this is the cheapest one that you can get from Army Painter. Really decent little snip. Nice head, easy to get in. But you notice the head's identical on the side. This is a dual blade cut. And sometimes it can be hard to get that head up around that sprue point to cut your model away. But all in all, good, cheap, effective pair. Does the job. Grips are not my favorite. They can be uncomfortable, especially if you're working for a long time. And you guys probably heard it. Let's see if I can get it to do it again. Sometimes they'll clip on each other. But decent, cheap, effective pair to do it. That's the Army Painter one. Now, if you want to spend a little bit more money, the Army Painter came up with a larger pair, more pressure. Again, it's still the dual blade clip. And one of the things about clips, these dual blades, that can be a bit problematic. I'm getting the sprue here. And one thing I don't like is when I cut into this centerpiece, it pinches. See how it pinched that sprue? It's not a clean, precise cut. It pinched it, it wedged it, and it's just not a good cut for something long, straight. But if you're clipping along something, this is going to do the job. Good, smooth, flush cut. It'll do the job. And you guys heard in there, I'm cutting through a pretty thick piece of sprue. Nice, resounding click. So Army Painter, they're decent. One of the ones I hear people love these. I've had 2 pairs from Citadel. If I remember right, these ran me like 30 to 50 bucks. I personally do not enjoy this pair. Smooth, clean, gives me a good side cut, doesn't pinch as bad. But again, when I look at my cut, it's not straight. And I may have just gotten 2 bad pairs, but these kind of clip off to the side and don't work really well for me. A lot of people swear by these, but I just, honestly, after this video, I probably will just throw them in the trash. That's my opinion of them. So another brand that's come onto the market, and one of my favorite brands, is Monument Hobbies. Now, Monument Hobbies, guys, if you guys go looking at these, there is a special link that is mine that will take you out to their website. It's my affiliate link, but also look down there. There's a discount code for you. But decent cutters, good pressure, good and clean. They give a really good cut. Very similar, almost identical to the Army Painter. Again, it's a dual blade, so it's going to pinch one side, so keep that in mind when you're cutting. So really good one. I use it a lot, especially when I'm doing bigger parts. But when I'm getting down to those fine pieces, the thin pieces, the little heads of my Kriegsman and the gas masks and the little pipes and all that stuff that go in these Imperial Knights that I work on, one of the ones that I have come to trust and work with is the Tamiya Snippers. I really like the Tamiya clippers. They work really well. These guys have been used and abused. But these, yeah, they're fairly decent price point. But again, good, clean, solid cut. Again, it is a 2-sided clipper, but I'm also getting good cuts. Good, simple, clean. The only thing that I have a problem with these sometimes is I get my hand too far up and I'll pinch my hand. And you can see there's a nice little bruise right there on my palm from where I've done that. But these are one of my favorites. They're a little pricey, but they do the job well, and they do a really, well, honestly, just do a good job. The grips are comfortable, and I use these for a lot of my stuff. But recently, I came across and was educated on the single side snipper. And this one is by Steady, and these have become my go-to. I am digging these snips. So they're small, they're effective, and they do really well. This is the MS-109s. Comes with a replaceable spring, adjustable stop, adjustable tensioner, and just honestly, when I cut with these, and this pair has been used and abused lately, because I just built 3 30K Imperial Knights. But when you cut, look at that. Look at, there's no pinch. There's nothing. It's just a smooth, precise cut. I could glue that together and sand it. You wouldn't even know I cut it. So, and it's just a really good tool. If you have a model builder that needs a new pair of snippers, or you're looking for a stocking stuffer, these things are awesome. Again, links to these down below, but I mean, you just get a clean, super cut compared to the 2-bladed. You don't get the pinch. You don't get any of that you would normally see. You're getting clean, precise cuts, especially on straight pieces. If you're like a historical modeler that likes building model jets and stuff like that. Me with starships, these have been kind of a really, really good thing and a really good tool. And the cool thing is, compared to the others, I'll pick on the Army Painter one here, you guys can see, when I want to get in there, one, it's angled, straight, but it's angled, but you'll notice the top piece here is very, very much thinner than the bottom, which allows you to get into some of the tighter places and get that snip, which has been, honestly, if you've ever built a Games Workshop model, sometimes that can be daunting to get into. So again, a whole slew of snippers. I swear I accumulate these things, but hopefully you guys have found this interesting, found something new maybe, or maybe you completely disagree with me and think Tamiya and the Steadies are waste of money. But honestly, I have found, especially these Steady ones lately, I have found them to be really, really good with a price point. I think, honestly, let me double check here real quick. And while I double check, I think they're in the $30 price point. But I want to make sure that they are, because I want to steer you guys the right way. But while I do this price check real quick, if you're new here, you liked what you just saw, I gave you good information, please consider subscribing. It helps us out, and really does kind of help the channel grow, gets new people here, gets a lot of people to see it, and they're a $36 price point on Amazon right now. And you can get some of the different versions of these, anywhere from 18 all the way up to I like getting the ultra thin, which are the 35. You can get the ultra thin double blade, which is more back to these this style. They're running about 19, but I really like that model nipper single blades. I've really been finding them very useful, and just making my work faster as I go through these model kits. So again, if you found this information useful, let me know. Please consider subscribing, give me that thumbs up, and if you've got a snipper that works, please let me know. I'm down for trying new stuff. Or if you disagreed, or just interested, please let me know. So thank you guys, hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll talk to you in the next video.